Welcome back to Addiction in 2026. We had a heck of a year last year. Many different shows, different journeys, different group sessions, which we loved a lot. This year we have some new shows like today with Jason and his son William is here. This is a personal journey show, as well as we have community stuff coming up. And we also have Above and Beyond for Davion. That's a new show coming out with his family. So a lot of things going on. I hope you all had a happy new year. I hope it was a safe one. I hope it was a sober one. But listen, we're going to do some things today. Jason and I met a little bit through Family Connection, and he has a story. And what's very interesting about Jason is his story went very, very far when it comes to the things he was doing, from his starting point to his ending point to his building point to his new connections. Listen, it's going to be a wonderful story, so I'll tell you that right now. So, welcome to Addiction, first show of the year. Jason, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Right.
William, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Doing good? I'm good, man. I'm just stay working. That's all it is, you know what I mean? So, I know there was a few things. We talked a little bit last night.
Sure.
Okay? And you kind of gave me a story. And I wanted to ask you last night, but I wanted to save it for today, because here's my question. You mentioned, we talked about the holiday thing. You told me the storyline. And when I heard the storyline, I understand that there was a journey in substance abuse, right?
Yeah.
So was any of that with your father, was he a trigger to using? Was it a part of your using, a part of your life changes? Or was it something else?
So, my addiction, I started drinking regularly with my father when I was 7.
Oh.
We would do yard work, and it was always a couple of beers. Everything was cool. He knew about it. I don't think Mom did, but Dad did, and that's all that really mattered, right? And by the age of, like 10 or so, 11, I would drink at family parties. Hey, Dad, can I have a wine cooler? Yeah, sure, no problem. And that one wine cooler would just look like the same wine cooler as I was, keep going, grabbing the same one, tie a little one on, and then there was always an open liquor cabinet that we could go and, drink some whiskey or whatever out of and fill back up with iced tea or water, how kids do. So drinking was quite a regular thing for me all the way up until I was 14, and then it was a very regular thing. It was semi-regular as a youngster. It became very regular as a teen. And that transpired from the abuse and neglect that I received from my father.
Okay.
Because I was a prodigy as a child.
Okay.
Walked early, talked early, was swimming. I could read, write, in cursive. Before I got to kindergarten, I was able to write my family's first, middle, and last name.
Right.
Print, cursive, all that. I can do 3x3 multiplication and division in my head at 4 years old. Like, I was really advanced child.
Okay.
Natural athlete. Never had to try out for sports. Always made the first string. I was just, that was me. And at 11, 6th grade, I decided I didn't need to do the homework because I was smarter than the educators, which was a fact. I was really smarter than the educators. I was testing higher than the educators that were giving us the same tests.
Okay.
So I didn't feel the need to do the homework. I didn't want to do the homework, and I wasn't going to. And that made my grades fall so far that I went from a 4-point plus GPA down to, D's and F's.
Right.
And that's when the ass whoopings, on a regular basis began. That's when the withholding of love began. I was only worth something to my father if I was making him look good. So if I was playing sports, which I couldn't do with bad grades, if I was, making the good grades and making him look good, then I was, worthy of love. But if it was outside of that, then he didn't want nothing to do with it.
So there was no hey, I slipped up. No father part. Hey, why are you slipping up? What's going on? There was none of that.
No, it was just straight ass whooping.
Straight ass. So you were abused.
Yeah.
Okay.
And neglected, withholding love.
Does
abuse.
that come within the whole family, or was it just you that went through that?
Just me.
Why was it just you?
Because everybody else did right.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah. They did the homework. They did what they were supposed to do.
See, it is very interesting because I had a conversation that stated that one person in your family, I don't say any names, states something opposite of what you state with your father. And they're kind of like, oh, it was great, it was this, it was that. And then you say, no, it was not. It was not great, it was abusive.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to hear two sides of the story. You know, did that create some kind of not alienation, but some disconnect with your siblings because of that, or did you still connect the same way?
We were always tight, me and my family, my sisters, until I became a problem.
Okay.
That's when I started getting involved in the gangs, and I got involved heavily into drugs, and everything was cool. Me and my sister had our major falling out when I was like 21. I was living with her and her significant other, and it was a question about money being stolen, which, I mean, there's a lot of tweakers in the house, and so
that happens,
it's
100%.
But I was blamed, and whatever, it is what it is, right? So we had our falling out, and then we would come back together, and then we would have another falling out, we'd come back together. I was in and out, in and out, in and out. My father and I would have little brief moments of being okay, you know what I mean? Like when I got back into sheet metal and I was doing good and I was top of my class, I was the talk of the union. Again, if I'm making my father look good, then that's my son. That's my son. That's a look at my boy. But the moment that I make it look like any kind of negative anything, in the family's eye, then fuck that kid. He's a piece of shit.
And I can understand where you're coming from, because my father was the same way. My father was very big with that stuff. Don't embarrass me. That type of stuff. The talking shit part was a big one for him. Like, ride your sister's coattail so you can eat later.
Right.
The best part of you ran down your mother's leg.
Fire.
Yeah, I still don't even hear anymore. So, a lot of different names. Like, I got called, and, after a while, I used to say, hey, I got promoted. So I completely get the whole side of the fight. My sister was treated like gold, man.
Right.
Like gold. So I completely understand the direction you're coming from with that. So what did you do? So you got involved in gangs. Did you get involved with the gang because it was like the family you wanted to choose?
It was acceptance into a familial, environment that I wasn't receiving. You know what I mean? When I got in trouble, I was locked down. There was no TV. There was no radio.
Right.
I'm not looking out the blinds. If I get caught talking to my friends over the wall while I'm out doing all the extra chores, it's an ass whooping. And I'm not talking about it like I'm talking about a beat down. My father's 6'2". He was 250 to 275 pounds growing up, and he was putting dogs on me at 11 years old. You know what I mean? I've been this size since I was 14, so I wasn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't a big kid, and he was dogging me out. You know what I mean? Kicking me, punching me, throwing me across rooms, beating, you know what I mean? Fucking me up.
And it's horrible because you want to trust your father. That's your dad. I mean, you want to have the trust in your father. So how do you feel about that? Because I know that's your dad, right?
Yeah. When he first, ever told me about that, I felt, really bad that ever happened to him. Mm-hmm. It made me feel made me feel lucky that I now have a dad that cares for me the opposite of how his dad cared for him, and how it made me feel like I had the best dad in the world.
That's strong.
It made me feel really good about my dad, that when he told me all this, that he actually opened up to me, mm-hmm. and that he can just tell me these things, knowing that it'll be safe with me.
Okay. And you still feel strong, even though your dad was gone for a while, correct?
Yeah.
And that disconnect was there for a little bit?
Yeah.
And then when he came back, it didn't matter. The connection was back, didn't matter. You understood.
Yeah.
You were there standing tall. That's my dad. That's strong. You're strong. A lot of people don't say that. I will tell you, I've been in mental health for 14 years, man. I will tell you, most people who are young, your age, will definitely sit there and say, no, he wasn't here the whole time, didn't care about me. That's usually what you hear. So to hear you say something that strong says a lot about your personal strength. So don't give that up, because people your age nowadays don't have that.
I know.
Okay, I'm glad you know it's true. Okay, so now you did the gang thing. You got in trouble. Drugs came into a part of your life.
More than a part.
More than a part.
Yeah, but we'll keep going. Keep going. What? Yeah.
So was it you selling drugs, or was it just, I just want to use drugs? What did it come? What did it start with?
So it started off, smoking weed, like,
The norm,
most, well, alcohol, then weed. And then within the first month of me smoking weed, I'm snorting meth, snorting coke, eating mushrooms, dropping acid, grabbing random pills out of my mom's medicine cabinet,
Wow.
taking those to school. Do you remember, you've heard about the pill parties where people just put them, you just candy dish them.
Yeah, I remember that.
And just cocktailing, bro. Getting them all,
So now you would use more than one drug at a time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Woo.
Whatever I could do to escape whatever the hell that I was living in, for sure.
And how did you function?
I was a prodigy. I have an extremely advanced brain. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've burnt it a little bit, with the drugs and the alcohol, for sure. I'm gaining it back. It's coming back to me. My memory, I can still remember things from when I was 2 and 3 years old. Not everything, but some things. I have a really good memory. I'm very, I'm quick-witted. I'm quick with problem solving.
Okay.
I can figure things out quickly. You know what I mean? And I've got a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm not by far the smartest guy in the world, but I'm definitely not one of the dumbest. I'm above average for sure. Even today, after all the drugs and all the abuse, I'm still definitely way above average when it comes to my intellect and things that I'm capable.
You never had a problem with substance-induced mental health issues?
One time, I was batching meth, manufacturing. For those that don't know what batching is, I was manufacturing meth. I was up for 3 weeks cooking that, and got arrested and went to jail and was sitting in booking with a guy that was sitting next to me, just as real as my son's sitting next to me right now. That was definitely not there, but he was telling me all these crazy things that he was going to do to me. I jumped up, I started drop kicking him, and break the chair off the Old County. If you've never been to Old County, I don't think you have, but they used to have these U-bars that would bolt to the ground, and then they had the chairs on top of them, and I was kicking the chair so hard I broke the framing on it, and they came over and tased me and put the spit mask on me and put me in the weirdo chair and put.
I've had my part with the different jails. I think I've been to every location here.
Yeah, I haven't been to Henderson.
Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I've been to Henderson.
Yeah, I haven't been to Henderson.
But I did hear that the cop cars have an armrest thing in the back, which is nice and comfortable. I heard. That's good news. But no, I've been to High Desert. I've been to Spring Mountain. I've had my turn and shit in the past, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's wild because when you go through that, some people don't come out of that.
Right.
And you did. It sounds like.
Yeah. I woke up in 2C, if you know what 2C is. That's the crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, the crazy.
The mental health.
All
yes.
glass doors.
Yes, they can see everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, woke up there for sure, and then they transferred me to 2B. Yeah, that was fun. It was a good time for sure. Watching everybody do the Thorazine shuffle and screaming, Thorazine, yeah, screaming things out their cells and
yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah,
had a good time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true mental health in there. True mental health.
Yeah.
Like what you see on TV with mental health and stuff like that, it's kind of that image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But live. It was live for your dad.
So it's a mental hospital inside a jail setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time. Good time.
Yeah, it's pretty
good time.
So yeah, the one time I was in psychosis, I was up cooking meth.
Wow.
Kind of expected, right? But outside of that, no, psychosis was never a thing. Never. I don't.
It's good.
By the grace of God. And I was doing a lot of dope, dude. At the end, I was smoking, half an ounce a day of meth to the face. When they arrested me the day I went to jail, I had 3 hits of acid in my eye, eaten a handful of mushrooms, was smoking DMT and meth with some random girl in a tent right there on the corner of Cheyenne and Rancho.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right there behind the Rebel in a tent.
Wow.
Yeah. With 5 pounds of, about 4 pounds of meth and a pistol. And, it was just a little shoddy makeshift tent. And we were,
So you haven't heard all these stories yet?
He has.
I've heard them, yes. I just haven't heard the details of what has gone into the stories.
Yeah. There's always details.
Yeah,
every story.
Most definitely.
Every story has a detail. All right, so now you're on drugs, you got in jail, you go to prison.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is your first time or whatever. I don't know, how long did you serve?
My first one as an adult, 1 to 3. And then my second one, I'm still on parole for that one. On a 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Yeah.
How much time were you in jail for that? Were you?
So, from this case, I was in and out, because I caught this case in 2019. New Year's Eve 2019, caught me high-level drug trafficking.
Okay.
Methamphetamines, in, out. I ended up bringing them. I think it was like 9.5 months by the time I went to prison
Mhm.
already, and so I did another 7.5 on the yard. Got my first board. Went to Freedom House. So 15 and a half, 16 months on this one. I've been on parole 18 or 19 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting off of it soon.
Getting off in 2 weeks.
You get off in 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 10 days actually.
That's amazing, brother.
Yeah.
That's got to feel good, right?
Real good.
And you knew the number. You said you're about to get off it. You're the first one to say it. How does that make you feel?
Proud. I'm proud of him.
Wow.
First time in my life I've done anything right since I was a child.
It's phenomenal, man. Okay, so in this field of what I do, hearing positive feedback is something I love to hear. We don't hear a lot of positive feedback most of the time. But your age, I don't know what your future looks like, buddy, but whatever it is, you go all the way, okay? It's amazing to be proud of somebody. And I think that's one of the things that we lack when it comes to sobriety or mental health or any changes. It doesn't matter what the changes. We lack that support. We lack people saying how proud of you I am. This is amazing. Doesn't matter who it comes from, I'm proud of you. And then that's one thing I've always done even with clientele myself. It's like, hey, John, I've been sober for like 2 months. Bro, give me some of that. You know what I mean? And I love it because it motivates, it inspires people. Mm-hmm. If you told me you're sober 5 days, let's go 6.
Right.
I don't care. It's sobriety. Just do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can tell me you can be sober for 5 days, you can be sober for 6 days. You know what I mean? So it's a big thing for me. And to hear someone be motivated enough and to tell someone I'm proud of you is amazing. We don't hear a lot of that. To be honest, though, you're lucky because most people going through sobriety lack support.
Yeah.
Big time.
I got a ton of it from my family.
You do. 100%.
When I got out, so look, I went to prison this time butt naked. I had one friend.
That's the way to go, buddy.
Right. I had one friend. She was in Michigan, in and out of mental hospitals. Mary. And she was not there for me like we had planned for her to be. So I think I got one phone call with her, and then my adopted sister, Shauna, once or twice I got a phone call with her. Never got a package that was promised. She was, wrapped up in her addiction.
She was actually my client. Can't say anything, but she was my client.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
She works at HBI, right?
No, sir.
Oh, I thought that was that one.
No.
She said she had called you, got you a job, so I thought it was that one.
Yeah. That's my sister in recovery.
Oh,
Shauna,
never mind. So I'm talking about the Shauna at HBI.
right. Shauna. This Shauna is my sister in addiction.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I adopted her. She doesn't have a family. No. We can't really talk about that on.
You cannot do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
So,
But
but regardless, she, I got a couple phone calls with her. Never got any package that were supposed to come. My my stepmom Sandy sent me a couple of letters from Australia. Yeah.
Wow.
While I was down, my grandmother, she sent me a couple of letters, and that was it. Other than that, I was butt naked. I was on the yard, no money, living on the state. You know what I mean? And it's hard for a white boy that runs black on the yard, you know what I mean, to get any kind of love. And I was in a camp where there was 2 black dudes, and one of them was from California, and didn't fuck with white bloods in Vegas. And so it was rough. It was for sure rough. I mean, I'm not validated, right? But
you probably went through a lot.
I did.
In prison.
I got down with the white boys, for sure. A lot. But
Wow.
I'm not scared, and I can throw them.
You show fear in prison, you become a statistic. So there's
Right.
that. So what did you do? You're in prison. You're basically a target.
Right.
You have you claim what you claim, and they know what you claim, and how do you get around it? I mean, every day we had to watch your back.
So my workout routine every day started out with 500 Navy SEAL burpees in the cell before I would come out. Always came out with a banger. That's just required. I walked around with a banger in my butt cheeks. That's just you got to. That's a that's a homemade knife.
Yeah.
So I would do my 500 burpees, come out, grab some chow, standing up, go back to the cell, hit another 1,000, get ready for my day, come out, do my job, hit the tier, do a little, bones or cribbage or whatever to get my hustle up if I could.
Yeah.
Do another 1,000 before nighttime chow, and then after chow, we'd hit the weight pile, come back in, and then I would do another 500 before I'd go down for bed. So I was doing roughly 3,000 burpees a day, staying fit, doing all my bars. I was a monster. I was huge. I was in pretty fit shape, about 195.
Wow.
Yeah. My first rip. My second rip, I was a little bit more lax. I still had hands. I got down with 3 white boys up in the camp that I was at. They gave me my respect, and then I linked up with this dude that was hella cool, and he advised me to give my life to God instead of going and stabbing somebody that I was planning on.
So was that the day you changed?
Yeah. I had asked God to change me before I went to prison. I'd asked him to change me before I went to prison. And I said, I'm out of control. I had, $4,000 in my back pocket. And first thing out of my mouth is, hey, man, you know where I can get 5 pounds of dope right now?
Yeah.
Fuck getting a hotel. Fuck getting a place to live. You know where I can get 5 pounds of dope? And that guy just so happened to have some highly illegal artillery that I just had to have because that was, necessary for the gun that I wasn't allowed to be carrying. And, so I walked out of the dope man's house with all that and looked up the sky and I'm like, God, this can't not be my life. I'm going to end up dead or in prison for the rest of my life.
100%.
I've already beaten 3 life sentences. I've done 2. So
what'd you do?
I told God, take the wheel.
And so what happened? Now this is a journey part I like.
Yeah.
This is
I
where
went to
things
prison.
start to change. Yeah,
Within 8 hours, I was in jail.
You went to prison, yeah. But the thing is, there's a change.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I stayed in prison. You know what I mean? It was a change. You asked for help.
Yeah.
Someone told you. You asked for it. You gave in on yourself.
Right.
Right. So how'd that go down?
I went to jail. Got to camp. Was talking about smoking crack and fucking hookers, and
it's a Vegas lifestyle.
Right. This Cuban dude was like, dude, you're fake. Go rest your neck. Nobody wants to hear your shit. How am I fake, dude? I'm the most solid dude I know. He goes, you got Soldier of God tattooed across your forearms talking about smoking crack and fucking hookers. Bro, you act like you're serving God. You pray for all these men. You act like you're serving God. But then you're talking about doing the devil's work. You can't serve 2 gods, bro. Pick one. I was like, bro, let's fight. Don't call me out like that, bro. Let's fight. I'm not wasting my time with you. You're a waste. You're just a waste, bro. Go rest your neck. That's when I went to the shot caller to go put in some work. And he wouldn't sign off on my bullshit. And he told me, I suggest you go out and give your life to God. You're out here praying for all these men on the tier, including me, every fucking night. You're out here. And it got to the point where I didn't even say anything. I'd just come to the cell like this, and they would tell me what the request was. I'd go out to the yard and I would pray for every man on the tier. He said, you're not, this is my life. This is not your life. Get out there and give your life to God. So I went out there on the tier on the weight pile, like 5:30 at night. God, I want my life back. Whatever that looks like. And I will walk every day in the name of you and love and light. Whatever that looks like. Just give me my life back.
Wow.
Bam. So I decided I was going to go to Casa Grande. I wanted to go to Restitution Center in Reno, but the law says whatever the county you commit in, that's the place that you can go to. So it's either Casa Grande or Restitution Center. I committed my crimes here in Vegas, had to go to Casa Grande. But I put in for it. They said it's a 4-month waiting list. I said, but I've already got my parole. I'm out in like 8 weeks. They're like, I don't know what to tell you. That's what you got, 4-month waiting list. I'm like, all right, bet. 3 weeks later, Bobby, roll it up. Where am I going? Casa Grande. Thought it was 4 months. You want me to pass up your ticket? No, absolutely not. I'll be ready. Then I got on that train and came down to Vegas, and they said you got to get a job in 45 days or you're going back. All right, bet, no problem. But all I could find, anybody that was willing to hire me was like $10-12 an hour.
Yeah.
My cocky ass, I'm like, I'm worth $100,000 a year. I'm settling for that. I'm not doing it. I'm not working for peanuts when I'm worth, caviar. So I signed up for FIT. I was going to go become a certified welder, and Went down to FIT, got my approval, everything was good. They ran out of funding. We were just waiting for them to re-up, you know what I mean, get their grant money. And so I got involved with John Ponder, not in his program, but I went to his church, the Huddle Up. I went to the NA meetings, the AA meetings at his office down on Rancho, 333 Rancho. Took a sponsor. Lance Perry was my first sponsor ever. And I wasn't really supposed to say that, was I? My bad, Lance. My bad, bro. But anonymity, my bad. I'm still working on my character defects, man.
So we all are, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. So church, Huddle Up, Bible study, in and out of doing meetings inside and outside. I just got really involved in programs, and I worked 3 jobs on the yard. And my cellies knew. I'm like, listen, we're gonna go do a program, and you're gonna come with me, and we're gonna fight.
Oh.
Simple as that. So you pick. Always took somebody with me. Never went alone. Always made sure I brought somebody with me. And
That's good.
it was dope. And I fucking learned a lot in prison. I found myself. And John came in 2 weeks before I got out, and he's like, hey, listen, they're doing baptisms over at City Light Church. Anybody wants to sign up and go? It's on the 7th. I paroled on the 8th. I said, right here, this guy. 2 thumbs. He needs it. So I went and got baptized in a full suit in the middle of July. 3-piece suit, black suit. Yep, walked into the church. Only guy in church with a suit on. Go figure.
Wow.
Got baptized in the name of Christ and got out and wanted to run. I heard you mentioning something about Davion. That's my hero. Davion is my hero. And if it wasn't for him and Levi, I would have ran for sure. They put me on a curfew. They put me on, the meetings and all that shit. So I'm not doing that. I'm on parole. I'm not one of these drug court guys. I'm on parole. I did my time.
But even if you're on parole, let me tell you, people who are on parole or even court mandated still screw up.
Yeah.
I think people need to understand it's not about you being on parole. It's not about you being court mandated to get help. Because you know what? It has to be you that wants to really do it. You can fail if you want to fail. Court don't mean nothing. Parole don't mean nothing. You have every excuse to try to get out of it, but not fix yourself. And I see a lot of that.
Yeah.
But for someone who says, you know what, I'm cool. I'm done with this shit. And let me tell you, Davion, I won't talk much about Davion right now because I still think about him every single day.
Me too.
And but he was more juice to keep this rocking, bro. I had him on one of my group sessions, and
I saw that.
yeah, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but what he brought to people was phenomenal. What I've heard people say, what he's brought has been great, and the changes and the way he talked to you, man. And you're right, he communicated very well, and like you said, he was everything to you.
Yeah, him and Levi. Yeah.
Yeah, Levi I didn't know too much about. I met him once, and I said, hey, he goes, hey, nice guy, but that's the only time I met him. But I know Davion. But I unfortunately, 2 great people went out in the same day, and that's unfortunately. But now we have to build off that. It's not shutdown time; it's grow time.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I do these podcasts. Here's my thing: people get bothered when they talk about themselves. Listen, I already know you use. This is a big reason why I do podcasts. I already know you use. Why I gotta talk about you using? You don't tell me. Don't worry about it. I want to know the journey. The journey of what you went through. For example, talking about your father and the feelings of family, great connection with everybody else, doing great and falling off, gang violence, to prison, to making these choices, to drug use and cooking it up and freaking out in the jail and doing that moment. Seeing the mental health side for yourself, like, holy shit. You had a long journey. My thing, we've been talking for a little bit, is you took your energy and flipped it.
Yeah.
You took a feeling of emotion that you had and say, hey, this is what it's about. And between your son, you mentioned your son, we just talked to my wife the other day, same thing, they were talking about you the other day. Seeing you play with your dogs, it's a life thing for you. Seeing the little things of a person who had so much struggle, have so much relaxation.
Yeah.
And I love to see that because most people stress. A lot of people who go through the struggle of substance abuse stress they don't have the substance. But they're making changes. It does not work that way.
Dry drunk is still
100%.
It's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. You know, so for me, it's like to see what you're doing, to talk to you about what you've been doing. I want to see a bunch of stuff what you're doing because I think people should wait for that glorious day to see it themselves. You know, but the thing is, you're going to help so many people. How does that make you feel knowing that what you're doing now is working on something to truly help other people who are just like you?
It's exhilarating. It's motivational. Like, I tell the people that I mentor, I mentor dozens and dozens of people simultaneously. When you're tired, do it tired. When you're hungry, do it hungry. When you're bored, do it bored. I don't care what negative you have going on in your brain. Push through it. Do it the fuck anyway. You know? I ask people, I'm like, how do you... I always ask people in the beginning before I agree to mentor them, I'm like, how do you see me? What is your perception of me? Am I put together? Am I successful? Am I a dump truck? Am I flighty? Am I like, oh, you're killing it, bro. You're on top of the game, man. You're on your way, bro. You're a rock star. You're this,
And
man.
I
You're
hate
that.
that. Do you hate that?
It's, you know, I use it and I'm like, listen, those are all fine and great. I'm cool that you see me like that, but here's the reality. I struggle too. I have problems too. And I look well put together because I don't bring my problems out for the world to see. It's none of the world's business. I have my therapist, I have my sponsor, I have my mentors, I have my family. Those are the people I talk to about it. When things start going left, they get me back right. I'm not, you know what I mean? I've learned to use my tools. I've learned to use my network. The things that they teach you in AA, in NA, in IOP, PHP, rehab, PRSS class, Jason Billings, you know what I mean? That dude's a fucking maniac. I love that guy. That's Little J for those that, you know, for those who don't know. Jason Billings, he's a gigantic.
The guy that stays on the protein shakes?
Right.
I know who it is.
Vanilla
Don't worry.
Gorilla? Yeah,
I know.
That's Little J.
Gorilla.
I'm Big J.
Seriously,
Right.
bro. I think the guy walked around in his shirt, I believe. He's got a tight old bucked up shirt on, just walking around.
It's like a 6X shirt, looks like it's painted on.
Yeah. I was gonna tell him one day I got my own mobster. I got my own discount with Bucked Up. I'm actually sponsored by that team.
Yeah.
I was gonna give him one discount, but I mean, yeah, he just walks around. Like, hey,
Want a discount.
100%.
Yeah. He's huge. He's younger than me though, so that's my little brother.
Yeah.
I'm Big J. That's Little J. Yeah, we hit him. We hit
It's
him
funny
hard.
if you standing next to each other, it wouldn't look that way. At all.
Absolutely not.
Not even close.
Absolutely not.
You know, here's the thing. The reason why I said I didn't like that. Let me tell you why I said that.
Yeah.
I don't like to sugarcoat people. I will bless you with every comment possible because you're doing it. However, a lot of people when they ask me, hey, you know, how do you think I'm doing, man? How are you doing? You tell me. What are you asking me for? You know, and I go, well, I feel like I'm doing great. I'm doing this, this, and this. Cool. I got this going on. And my thing is, what do you think? I said, I think you shouldn't fuck it up. I'm very serious, man, because if I say, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're like, oh, you know, because here's the reason I've learned from many clients I've worked with. Some of them don't get past the substance abuse all the way. And some will reward themselves with the substance they used to use. I'm doing so great, I decided to do some meth today. I don't know. It was a bad idea. I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell them, don't fuck it up. If you have this going, you're so proud right now, don't fuck it up. You know, you have to stay focused, stay driven. You can't go forward in your car if you don't push the gas pedal, right?
Right.
So they're like, okay, all right. And that's kind of how I am. All that, like, you're this and you're that, and you're like, oh my gosh, I think it's overdone. I think people want to say kind things to you, but I feel that they should tell you the truth. Like, this is you. It's beautiful. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta do. I think maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I've always been that guy. But a lot of people who I did that with have become very successful. The ones back when I first started in this field, I used to say all these great things, and then I relapsed. Like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's me. You know, so with everything that I know that you told me what you're doing, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Do I think you're going to screw it up? I don't. Do I think that you should not fuck it up? 100%. Okay, you know, and then that's what we have to do. I think for you it's such a different feeling because you've gone through this ride, but like to see you sit next to your son is a blessing. I see your connection with your family, an absolute blessing. I see your connection in the community, it's an absolute blessing. I think you should stop doing videos while driving. Let's just be safe. I do little personal videos like cruising. Yeah, thank you, appreciate that. It's like, well, I'm just rolling around today. Like, listen, buddy, just drive the car. So
In fairness, it's being held on my dash.
Yeah, he has
It's
a
on my
little full, he has a little charging phone
Right.
holder.
I don't drive. I don't drive like this.
you're not gonna believe this. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but
I did take a video of the SWAT team the other day, but I was
Did you
rolling to
really?
a stop. Yeah. Yeah, they were on their way to the M Casino to get their last minute, tickets in before the game.
That's important.
But yeah,
Yeah, no, but but the thing is I see the great connection, and I think your support is so huge, and I don't see a lot of it. You know, a lot of people when you tell them, hey, who can support you? No one gives a shit. That's what you hear. I don't have anybody, man. All my support's in treatment. You know, and it's tough, but you have something really going for yourself. I can't wait to see. I can't say this stuff right now. The ending result of what you're doing.
we can talk about it.
You know, we're going to. It's not my story.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not my story. I love to see progress and success, especially from those who were told they weren't going to do shit with their lives. I love that.
Right.
I promise you, I love that. I was told the same shit. You know, so to see that is great. To see the black sheep become the goat, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it is. No one's ever told you that, William. Usually the black sheep becomes the goat. True story.
Yeah.
You stay focused, you become the goat. Okay? I didn't do that. That was on him. So let's talk about that real quick. Let's get into it. Tell everybody this journey. You've gone through the struggle. You've done all these things. You had the mixed match. You had the substance abuse. You probably had the relapse, of course. You had all this jail time. Whatever you've done. And now, what are you doing, Jason?
So, I do my thing with Shine Light, right? I've
Okay.
been doing outreach with them for 18 months. I've been a lead with them for about 6 or 7 months. And the number 2 hurdle that we come into play with there is people want to come into treatment, but they have animals.
Right.
I love dogs.
Stuff, yeah.
I fucking love dogs. I fucking love them.
Yep, right here.
And so I've been mulling over in my head, how can we fix this problem? And Shine Light doesn't want, not that they don't like dogs. They love dogs, but they've had problems or whatever in the past with
Animals.
trying to help out the folks with the animals. It became an issue, so they just quit doing it. They love them. They just can't. It's not their demographic. Their demographic are homeless addicts, not their animals. So.
But if someone's a homeless and an addict with animals, then they'll always be forever a homeless and an addict because there's no help.
Right. So that's where I'm coming in.
Okay.
I've got a team. My board of directors is already put together. Soldier of God Recovery and Rescue coming soon. We've already had a board meeting. We got our minutes established. We are coming up with the funding right now to hire the attorney to file the 501 and my EIN and all that, and he will be my attorney for the life of the business. For the recovery, we have to do the recovery and the rescue separate, just because of the way that the write-up's going to be for grants, the way that just the way everything's.
I think each grant has to have a separate.
Right. So we're going to
Yeah.
do the first. It's going to be recovery. So I'm gonna my plan this year is to buy a series of houses for the not just the regular people, civilians, but for the U.S. vets. One of the people on my board is a person with the U.S. vets currently. He's on my board of directors. He's going to help me housing and programs and things with the vets. All of my houses are going to be dog friendly, provided that you have an ESA prescription for your animal, and the dog has been, is friendly with other dogs and people. Right? Can't be having Cujo in the house.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? If ESA or not, you know what I mean. And if that becomes if it's an issue with the dog having a temperament, then we're going to have to get that dog trained. And thanks to my guy at US Vets, Jimmy Pew Pew, love that guy. He's going to help me out with the people that can train dogs and stuff. And I know some other people. I'm building my network in the dog community rapidly. And then I'm going to have 2 straight people for sober living. I'm going to have a trans house. I'm going to have a gay house.
Mm-hmm.
Or a rainbow, however you want to label it, where we're not politically whatever.
Well, it's very difficult too because I do housing as well.
Yeah.
And I adopted trans into homes because it's one of the hardest homes to find for the trans community.
Right.
Nobody wants to do it. They say there's a big problem. Granted, there is. I went through it big time.
Right.
I'm not sure what was going on, but I was there to see it all.
Yeah.
But some are very, very kind. But some of them have created such a mess that people go, no, don't want to deal with it, which is sad. But you're right. The gay community, you got to be very careful because they say, well, you put gay people in a house with straight people, they become bullies because it's a choice that they live, right?
Yeah.
There's no need for that.
Right.
But they do it, and I've seen it happen. So I think what you're doing is great.
It's not about. I hate to segregate, different social classes amongst themselves, but in the scheme of things, it works better if you are around less friction. You know what I mean? So I don't want to put vets with civilians because vets have vet problems.
Yes.
Civilians have civilian problems.
Yes.
And while they might have mutual problems with the addiction, vets are dealing with vet shit.
Yes.
Regular people are dealing with regular shit. Trans people are dealing with their shit. Gay people are dealing with their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, and I don't know this from firsthand experience, my board of directors, one of the LGBTQ liaison, Scarlett, trans woman, awesome person. One of the reasons why I started Soldier of God, I fostered her dog Annie.
Was she in the back seat of your truck in a photo?
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I was over at Shine, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I fostered her dog so her and her girl Damaris could go into treatment. They went through treatment. They killed it. Now they have their own apartment. They have their dog back. They're killing the game.
It's amazing.
My only success story. I fostered 1 dog so 2 people could go to treatment. They went through treatment. They success. No relapse. They're killing the fucking game. So I'm batting 1,000 right now with my idea. If I can foster the dog and let people go to treatment, you know what I mean? And now I did this separate from Shine. I wrote up a contract. Look, I'm not doing this as part of Shine Light. I'm doing this as myself, Jason Bybee.
Mm-hmm.
And once we get Soldier of God off the ground, this is Soldier of God contract. I'm taking your dog, not Shine Light. I have nothing to do with Shine Light. I'm Soldier of God. This is a contract, and you got it. It was 2 pages. I made him. We all 3 signed it, and yeah.
I wish more people who help the community should come together. I think it'd be larger, for sure.
I've got a lot of people backing me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got more people trying to volunteer than I know what to do with. I couldn't fit them all in 2 charter buses, dude. Like daily, people are calling me, hey, can I volunteer with you? Yeah, as soon as I get the doors open.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to start doing my part. I'm going to get down and start working in the shelters and understand how to run the dog part of it. Because while I love dogs and I play with dogs and I'm cool with dogs and all this, I don't know how to run a shelter, bro.
It's very interesting. Because I was talking to somebody, because my son, my brother-in-law is a vet. And we were talking a lot. He loves his dog. And if he didn't have his dog, he wouldn't have the security blanket, and he went through a lot of things. And I always thought about saving these dogs from the shelters who get put down. And I thought, you know what? I want to train these dogs for free under a grant. And we pay all the fees to give vets that security pet. Free and clear, trained, you work with the dog. That's what I want to do. I've been having this conversation for so long.
And that's part of my program.
Yes.
It's 100% a part of my program. And for the cancer kids.
Yeah. Oh,
because my son had a very aggressive cancer when he was 3 years old. Pre-B cell.
Same one, right?
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia brought on by the Philadelphia chromosome, which I know you know extensively about the Philadelphia chromosome.
ALL leukemia with the Philadelphia chromosome as well, brother. We made that, right? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, surviving.
Right.
And I'm glad you're here, man. That's a tough fight, bro. Yeah. At your age, even tougher.
Yeah.
My hero right here, for sure. This was my first ever superhero in my life. And, I was there. Even in my addiction, I was there for his treatment. I was.
For the most part.
What kind of treatment did you
As
have?
much as you could. Chemotherapy. Like all of them.
Chemo. I had chemo.
I had all
Yeah.
of them. Except for radiation.
I had slight radiation.
I was never allowed to. I was too
Due to
young.
your age.
I
Yeah.
was way too young.
And I had a bone marrow transfer done.
I don't think I did, but I had
No.
spinal taps.
Spinal tap. Oh, I hated that, bro.
I have the scars
They,
in the back.
and they suck everything
Yeah.
out and you put the chemo in your spine? Oh, I know. I hated that.
I
I
had
hated that.
He
multiple.
made
I
the
have-
journals twice, medical journals twice.
I was
We did it. We made him a case study.
I had my little port right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on the Sprycel, which worked.
I'm on Sprycel now.
Yeah, you did the Sprycel, and then,
It's an expensive pill.
and then we were giving him these shots that boosted his immune system. We gave them to him for 3 days. His white count hit 25,000. He was gray. We had to take him in, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So they do a transfusion on him. Obviously, 25,000 is a little bit high for a white count.
Yeah, mine was 44K.
God.
I didn't know I had it.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I didn't know. I was in the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was just lifting weights, going crazy and shit. I didn't even know I had cancer. I'll tell you this, and I'm so glad you made it, because like me, I had my cancer in my blood was 92%.
Woo!
I
That's
didn't
a
even know I
lot.
had it.
That's a lot.
I didn't know I had it. They did a test on me, 92%, and they said, listen, based on your age, we're going to give it a try with chemo. If you take, fine, we'll save you. Otherwise, if you were 3 years older, we'll give you some pain pills, and I'm so sorry this happened to you. They
Right.
told me that.
Right.
And then I had a bone marrow transfer. I lived in Mayo Hospital for over a month, and that was horrible too. But I will tell you this, man. It's great. I almost feel like we got to have like a cancer show, buddy.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should do it.
Do it.
I think
Yeah.
we should do it. Because people don't understand the strength. They don't. There's so many things I was so upset with. You know what? We're going to talk.
Okay.
We're going to do a cancer show.
Okay.
Right on
We'll have to
addiction.
bring Sis in for that one.
Bring her in. Right on the addiction show. We're going to do a cancer show on the addiction show.
Told you were going to be
All
famous,
right,
boy.
all right. So let me ask you. You have all this stuff building up. It's wonderful what you're doing.
Yeah.
How strong do you feel? How confident do you feel?
Oh man. So I feel I feel like invincible, unshakable for sure, unstoppable. Ever since I gave it to God, everything I touch turns to gold. I can't fuck shit up. Try as I may, I don't know how to fuck shit up anymore. I've just learned how to win. Any L's that I take, they're lessons, not losses. Right? I fall down, I get up. I fall down, I get up. But I don't really fall down much anymore. I've got my legs. You know what I mean? I figured it out. Am I perfect? Fuck no.
No, none of us are
Absolutely
perfect.
not.
None of us are perfect.
But am I making a conscious effort every single day to do the next right thing? Fuck yes, I am. Listen, I went through Freedom House, perfect compliance. I went through parole, perfect compliance. My PO doesn't. This is where I check in at. I take a picture of my paper. Like I got it right here. Well, it doesn't really matter but yeah, I take a picture front and back. Boom, here I checked in. He's like, all right, pay your fees. Yeah, done. All right, good.
Make sure you pay the buck, right?
Right.
The dollar always matches.
This is how dope my PO is. Like, I had a girl. She just called me today, actually, from treatment. She's like, we're friends on Facebook. Hey, can you come out? Or can you send me some money? I'm in Utah. Can you send me some money so I can come back to Vegas and go to treatment? I said, listen, I am not in the business of sending drug addicts money that I've never actually met face to face. I know you from Facebook. You want me to send you money to say?
Oh, you even met her? You never even met this woman?
Haven't you met her face to face? Yeah.
Oh.
So I called my PO. I said, look, one of my recovery family is stuck in Utah, out in Hurricane. It's a 2.5 hour drive one way.
Yeah.
After work Friday, can I go out there and pick her up and bring her back? Before I could get home, I had the day pass on my phone.
That's amazing.
Didn't.
But the difference is they know you're doing it.
Right.
Not everybody has that going in their life. Some things are questionable, but you're doing it.
Yeah, perfect compliance, honorable discharge. Yeah, all
That's
that.
amazing, man.
My
That's
PO,
amazing.
he's shown up at my house one time. I moved. I moved in with my fiance. He's never been to my apartment. Doesn't even know where he knows where.
That's
I
right.
live.
You got engaged, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking that leap, huh?
My stepmom.
That's your stepmom?
My
Yeah.
stepmom.
Nikki, love you, baby.
Yeah. I did the married thing. It's nice.
Yeah. I know your wife.
Just talking shit. I,
I know your wife.
no, she's phenomenal. I give her a lot of, when you say I don't fuck things up, I'm like, oh, I'm married. I really fuck a lot of things up. I give her a lot of shit. But the thing is it's true, man. I mean, I went through my steps too with addiction, so people do know.
Yeah.
Drinking was a big, big thing for me, and
Hell yeah.
when I lost my son and my son passed away, I really just I thought a whiskey glass would bring his body back.
For
It was
sure.
pretty bad, and I got really nuts with it, So I completely understand. Crazy thing, after cancer, the stuff I used to like to drink tastes like dog shit. So guess what I don't do? It's really weird. The things I like don't like anymore. It's so weird. But I tell you, I am so proud of what's going on.
Thank you.
I really am. I'm still gonna say don't fuck it up. And now with you, William, I gotta ask you, buddy, because we got a little bit of time left on this podcast. I want to hear from you. How did you feel at first about your father? Everything going on.
I remember way back when I think I was like 5 or 6. I remember my mom telling me, your dad's not allowed to come around anymore. I'll contact him if you want me to, or he can contact me and I can tell you if you want to contact him. And that was it. I've had rarely any contact with him since my mom had cut him off from me.
Mm-hmm.
She said that he told me that it was for the better, which
it had to have been hard.
Yeah,
That's what she said. I was doing too much.
that he was doing too
That
much.
she had to keep him safe away from me.
Okay.
Well, she was doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
That
It was okay for her, right?
yeah,
Gotcha.
that it was never okay in the first place. It genuinely made me feel like he didn't love me. But when we built that bond again, when me and him got reunited, and
When did you guys reunite?
September of 24.
no, it wasn't September. It was April of
No.
24.
No.
Yes, it was not September, because I remember the month after I came to Auntie's house.
I got out of prison in July. I was in Pahrump in September. You came to stay with Christy in September.
I'm pretty sure it was April I came to see you.
Absolutely not.
You came to see me.
Absolutely not.
Because you had Micah.
September.
Okay. Anyways,
You
whichever.
guys connected. So one of these months this year. That's good news. Go ahead.
I was living out in Pahrump in an RV because we had recently gotten kicked out of our house
Okay.
at TPO, and I was living in an RV, and he walks through the door, and I'm just staring at him. I'm in shock, because it's been at least 4 or 5 years since I've seen him last. From that point, I almost started crying. I did start crying, actually.
Teared up.
Yeah.
What did you think when you started to tear up?
I was happy
What made you happy?
that he came to see me, that he contacted me without me having to contact him first.
Made an effort.
He made an effort, and that's what it put an impact on my outlook of life.
When that happened, did you immediately connect, or was it more emotion?
It was more emotion.
It was more
And
emotion.
then me and him brought up our connection to stronger how it ever was before.
Wow.
That really, really came into effect. He came to Vegas to stay with his aunt. And, Dad, I'm in town. Because he had my phone number now. He had his own phone. He called me, Dad, I'm in town. Can you come see me? Fuck yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm on my way, dude. Jumped on the bus for 14 hours to get out to the east side of Las Vegas. Wasn't really 14 hours, but it felt like it.
It was,
Where were you coming from?
it was like
Freedom House.
It was probably like 2
Oh,
hours.
Yeah,
So it
so
feels
pretty
like
good, pretty good little,
Good little
Probably
hike.
was like-
yeah,
like
yeah,
12
good little
buses,
hike.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah, 12 buses.
right.
100%.
So I get out there and link up with him, and I've already been on the phone with my baby sister, and I'm like, hey, can I bring William to the house, and so he can see his cousins. He hasn't seen him in since he was 4. Yeah, absolutely.
The one cousin, my one cousin that I haven't, because
Well, yeah, he
she
hadn't-
wasn't doing.
Right, Caden. She didn't have the other ones yet. But
Yeah, she wasn't.
he hadn't seen Caden since he was
Yeah.
4. He hadn't met his other cousins. I was, can I bring him? Yeah, absolutely. So I tell Auntie, I was like, hey, I'm gonna take William over to my sister's house, and she's like, that's fine. I told Grandma, his grandmother, I'm taking her. She said, okay, cool. Off we go. And that's when we found out about how horrible things were for him in Pahrump.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad, please don't make me go back. I don't want to go back. And I
Wow.
said, you got that motherfucking right, dude. And I called and lied to his mom, and I said, listen, I'm working. I'm not going to be able to bring him home tonight. She was supposed to come get him, but she
That was a
couldn't.
good lie.
She ended up going out to Pahrump. I lied to her, and I told her I can't bring him tonight. I'm working late, which I wasn't. I was planning.
It was a
Me
good
and my
plan.
sister were on the phone with attorneys. We were on the phone with all the CPS. We were on the phone with everybody, figuring out what we could do to not allow him to go back home. And so we went to court the next day and talked to the judge. And
Family court center.
So you had your struggle with your mom?
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
My mom and my grandma and my mom's boyfriend. My grandma wasn't more physically abusive. She was more emotionally and mentally abusive.
Verbal abuse, yes.
But
yes.
my mom's boyfriend, he was all three of them. My mom was. I thought
You used to hit you and stuff like that?
my mom never really hit me.
No, him.
Yeah, my
boyfriend,
mom's
yeah.
boyfriend. I have scars from him.
I'm so sorry.
Pulled firearms on him.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Knives.
He pulled a gun on me.
So this
Knife
is
on me.
interesting. I wish I would have known this earlier, because you both were going through a struggle as your separate lives.
Yeah.
And how does that trigger you? Does that bother you? Are you still going through something emotionally?
I am. I'm now going to therapy because of it. I was hospitalized twice. Go figure, because of them.
Wow.
And my brother, he's now 18. He's a psychopath.
Really?
He's 20.
He just turned 20. He used to pull butcher knives on me. He used to while I was going through cancer, while I was in my apartment. He
Why are
used
you
to chain
going
me
through
ar-
cancer?
While
Literally
he
tried to
would-
kill him every day, choking him out, coming after him with knives. Yeah, every day.
I've stabbed him in the back with a fork once because he tried to.
You put a
Kill
fork
me.
in his back?
Yeah.
Listen.
He's not a bitch.
I will never hear that ever again.
He wears pink, but
Listen.
he's not a bitch, bro.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I will never hear anybody ever tell me they put a fork in someone's back. You don't hear that. Okay? But hey.
I was eating.
Stuck. So what's it say? Just put a fork in it? That's what you did.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I was just.
So you
Yeah.
went through a lot of struggle
Yeah.
as well. So that it never treat now. Please excuse this question. You never thought about drugs or substances to get through it?
I have.
You have thought about it.
I've tested with alcohol and weed before.
Okay. How'd that go?
I thought it was working, and in reality, it really wasn't.
No.
It was getting rid of a temporary problem. It was temporarily getting rid of a long-term problem.
Wow.
I wasn't thinking of them. We had a bottle of malt liquor in the RV on like the stove that never worked. So I sat there and I was just contemplating on if I wanted to take it. And so at 2 a.m. when everyone was sleeping, I took it and I downed it.
Oof. That must have set a horrible.
I slept so good that night.
I don't know if you want to call it sleep, but yeah, you definitely were
I
out.
passed out. Yeah.
what kind of liquor was this?
It wasn't liquor. It was malt liquor. It was like
straight
beer.
some
Some
beer.
Schlitz.
Yeah.
Some Schlitz or some Old Gold or something.
And it was. And
Now
then
you
that
just changed
same
the whole
day,
thing, huh?
that same day, I found
Yeah.
found a baggie of weed, and I went out to my trees after I found a bowl, and I just smoked it.
So how did this all work out for you? You said, nah, this ain't for me?
I stopped after I came to Vegas with my
Chant.
aunt.
Okay.
I came to Vegas with my mom, and then I haven't touched anything since I came out here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. The reason why I asked that question is usually people who have these types of triggers and these PTSD that is created, they usually venture off to a Band-Aid, as I call it, which is a substance. And unfortunately, if you have surgery right and cut you open and put a Band-Aid across it, you're not going to seal it too good. Right? So for me, people realize it doesn't work, right? And the reason why I asked that question too is also because your father went through a lot with substance abuse and his lifestyle. So I want to see, did you say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to go the same direction my father did. I got to pick a different choice.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He talked to me. He's like, never, and I mean never. Try drugs. Don't.
Oh, so you talked to him?
For sure.
Yeah, for 100%. Him.
It's amazing.
He was like, if you do not try drugs. It's not a good path. And I was like, I won't.
not.
And that was.
He sees where I've gone with it. He didn't even understand until after he was living with us that his mom has been on drugs her whole life.
Her whole life.
Right? And everybody that's attached to us, you know what I mean, outside of my sister and
I could not picture your sister high. I just want to point that out.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because listen, she's the Fuji moment when it comes to that part of the picture she takes.
Yeah.
We're on vacation. Here's 75 photos to go through. But I couldn't. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. But no, she's a sweet lady. She really is.
She's awesome.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
We'll go.
She's amazing. She's the best. She's the best.
Yeah, no, she's fire. My
awesome.
sister's fire.
Yeah.
She's a lot to deal with.
She's
Like,
a lot to bear.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot to deal with. She's definitely her father's daughter. She's definitely her father's daughter for sure. Love her to death. Love you, sis. God damn it, you're just like your dad.
You know, it's
You're awesome.
I think this is amazing what you said. You're extremely intelligent. Let me tell you. You're how old? 13?
15.
15? Oh, that was close.
You should have heard him in the hospital. We would be in there and he would say some shit and the doctors would turn around like, who the fuck just said this fucking prophetic shit? Turn around, a little bald ass kid, right, with no eyelashes over here.
Bald, no eyelashes. I know what that means.
No eyelashes.
Bald, no eyelashes over here, spouting off some Socrates and you know what I mean, some like really just some Shakespearean.
I learned it from him.
No, you did not.
Yeah, where would I learn it from?
You definitely didn't learn it. Definitely didn't learn it from your mom. I never told you anything like that. We would turn around and be like, "Where the fuck did you hear that from?" Like
he did teach me F the police.
I did.
He most definitely did teach me that.
Don't judge me. I was in that place in my life.
But now he shakes hands with the
It's
police.
a song. It's
So do I.
okay.
Right. Now I talk to Metro every day.
Yeah.
I have my cousin, real blood cousin,
Baron
is a
Bybee.
Lima officer.
Oh, Lima? Awesome.
Yeah, Baron Bybee is my baby cousin.
Okay.
Sixth cousin.
Wow.
But we are definitely blood. We looked up the genealogy on it. So I talked to the Lima officers. There's a few Metro officers that I've met doing Shine a Light that have gotten my phone number in case they, have any questions about treatment, about different things. Not as a Shine a Light representative, just me, because I can connect people with resources inside or outside of Shine.
Right.
Just, if it's not something per se that Shine a Light deals with, I have resources for a lot of
Yeah,
people.
no, I hear you.
And I work in treatment.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm constantly picking randos up off the street. I'll be, I'm like, hey man,
Sometimes you don't know what you're going to pick up.
right?
So, the thing is I think what you two doing is phenomenal. I'm glad you talked to him. I'm glad you made that change. Going through that kind of PTSD is very rough. Abuse is rough no matter what. It's not okay. And I know plenty of people have gone through a lot of that abuse, but most of them don't take the direction you took. So they hear you say, hey, I tried this, I downed it, went to sleep, and then dunked the bowl, and then your dad was like, listen, bro, it ain't it. It's a good connection to have because most people don't have that connection. Some people have parents, don't have parents. Go, hey, smoke another one.
Right.
It's really how it is. It's really how it is.
Who's your dealer? Maybe I can get you a better deal.
100%.
Right.
They'll feed right into it.
Right.
So that's something very, very interesting to deal with. So I think that's amazing. I think that.
And he knows that he can come to me about anything. That's what's key. He can come to me about anything in any language. Like, I don't care what he says. My aunt, my sister, his aunt, there's a very strict no cussing rule.
Very.
And I told her, I said, listen, when he's with me, the lid's off the jar. I don't give a shit what he says.
She would hate me when I talk. I'll tell you that much.
The lid's off the jar. I don't care what he says. Be respectful with it. Don't tell, don't, hey, fuck you, and be disrespectful about it. Now, we flip each other off. That's my favorite thing to do is flip people off.
Oh, my son does that with me, too.
You know what I mean? I flip everybody off. And so we flip each other off. It's cool. And, he speaks to me like we're homies, because we are. I'm still his father, and he understands that dynamic, but we're homies at the same time. He can tell me anything. He's talked to me about things that are personal that I'm not going to bring up on camera, and there was never any judgment. My face didn't change. My attitude didn't change.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever these personal things that he told me was just like he was telling me what kind of fucking food he had for lunch.
Right.
Right? Like, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't shock me. I'm just like, all right, cool. So, how do you feel about that? What do you want to do about it? Simple as that. I support you in it, whatever it is that you're trying to do, as long as it's productive. We're not going to, no negative self-talk. We're not going to hurt ourselves. We're not going to do anything fucking dumb. No drugs. We're not going to join a gang, and we're not going to do no fuck shit like that.
No.
I don't care what he does. He likes
Wow.
to wear pink and Hello Kitty. He fucking loves it. I buy him fucking Hello Kitty and
Hello
pink.
Kitty.
Right, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Really?
fucking,
Yeah.
this is the Hello Kitty
Hold on.
fucking mascot right here. For sure. All about Hello Kitty. He doesn't know it yet.
Wally.
He doesn't know it yet, but Uncle Jason, man, at Shiny Light's going to order him a Shiny Light canary pink Shiny Light shirt with a Hello Kitty on it.
With the Hello Kitty
With
on
a
it?
Hello Kitty on it.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
He's going to be the only person with a Hello Kitty Shiny Light.
That's funny.
Hoodie.
That
my
is
dude right
funny.
Yep. It's my dude right here. It's my fucking dude.
Well-
I take him wherever.
Yeah, anywhere. Everywhere he goes, he asks me, do you want to go? If I say no, get in the car.
Get in the car. We're going.
Get in the car. You can't
He
say
bugs me to go to more meetings than I want to go to. Dad, let's go to a meeting.
no. Except I'm not allowed to go anymore.
Yeah.
Which is,
Well,
but it's
you
okay.
are, just not at Koala. Just not Koala. You can go to a regular meeting.
Yeah.
Well, so here's what we got, guys. So we just did, I think, with Jason Learner's journey. There's more to his story. I want to talk to him some more because he has more to talk about. I think we can make that happen. William, we're going to do a thing with the cancer show on addiction. He went through a struggle, as you heard. I want to hear more about his struggle because fighting cancer alone is a battle that in itself. So to have an extra person you got to fight against yourself is just crazy. I think the fact that his dad was sitting there with him for cancer, no matter what he was going through, he was there for the fight. I know his auntie and stuff like that. So here's my focus, because I want to get William on here about cancer. I want his dad here to talk about, hey, this fight, this is what we did, and my addiction meant nothing. There was a fight. I was there for him. They have the auntie come in who also went through things with him as well. And maybe we could do kind of like a family thing when it comes to, hey, this fight with cancer, addiction was involved. He had his own little thing. The auntie was here to help. I think that could be one hell of a show to really hear the true fight behind cancer. I'm big for cancer. I went through it myself. So I think it'll be a phenomenal fight with that. We have other things coming up this year. Like I said, Above and Beyond for Davion. It's going to be a big one with his parents. So I'm doing that one. Also with his sister. I have that one going on. We're going to be in the community. We're going to be walking around, and we're going to go back out there. We help with food and stuff that they need, and we talk to them. We will be filming. I'm not big about filming to get recognition. I want you guys to understand that. I am filming so that you guys can see what we do, and you'll see the response on the street. People think that when you help everybody accepts it. Some do not. But some are very blessed to receive anything they can receive. And that's what it's about. So you can see the community for yourself on film with sound and what we do. You'll kind of get an idea. Jason helps people all the time. I don't know if everybody's like, hey, yeah, help me. I don't know if you get all that. I know sometimes we don't. But you're going to learn through the community, through us, and through our team of what we do. More things coming. I appreciate you all. I thank you for watching Addiction. Please subscribe to the channel. Enjoy Lamont at YouTube. We do have an addiction channel on there, and we want to continue growing this field. Any questions for us, please send us a message. Let me know what's going on. If you have a fight in your family, don't know how to answer, let's meet. Because there's always a clinical perspective of how to help somebody get sober. But you have to make sure that not only are you ready for that fight, that they're ready for that fight. All right? I appreciate you. Happy New Year. And welcome to 2026.